Hello friends! I am just as shocked as you are that I'm already back to share with you another last 10 books that I read. If you've missed any of my more recent videos, I recently switched jobs from retail to an office job. And at first I was reading ebooks all day long in like downtime because it's really weird that there's a lot of downtime. But more recently, I switched to audiobooks so that I could limit my screen time. So I think most of these were listened to as audiobooks. Let me actually look at... So there was 2 ebooks, 3 that I did audio and physical, and then the rest were audiobooks. So, but I am also trying to get my physical TBR down, so I'm reading ebooks and listening to audiobooks mostly that I already own as physical books. So, to start off with, I read The Rookie and the Rockstar by Jiffy Kate. This was a new author to me. I picked this up back in May when I did my book shopping vlog for my birthday. I had seen Morgan at Nothing Better Than a Book talk about this. I ended up giving this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It is super short. I think it's 250? Yeah, 251 pages. So this is about a rookie baseball player. He's in spring training trying to make the major league team. He's been in the minors for a couple of years. He is at some sort of like charity event dinner and he ends up running into the entertainment that was there at the dinner. Like afterwards he runs into her and she is like the title says rock star, but I would call her more of like a pop star type. She was a young childhood actress and then transitioned into the music industry and then got really like burnt out, ended up getting into a little bit of trouble. She's trying to do more of a like, I'm trying to think how to word this. Like she's trying to like get past that image, kind of like, I'm going to say rehab her image, but I don't know if that's necessarily the word that I mean. But anyway, they end up meeting, they like go out for like local dinner food, but this is them like trying to work out her and the very like peer pressury of the entertainment industry, and then him trying to focus on baseball and his career and all that kind of stuff. I did really enjoy it. It was very cute. I gave it 4 stars. So next I listened to, let me get this name right, The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics by Olivia Waite. This is a female-female historical romance, and I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I really liked it. I don't remember characters' names, and I didn't look it up, so... So this one is about a woman who... what's the word? She wants to be an astronomer. Her dad was one, and she like spent a lot of time with him, studying with him and learning about the stars and all of that kind of stuff. But it's a historical romance, so back then women weren't really allowed to be a part of the sciences. So she ends up getting this financial backer, which is this wealthy widow who's, I think her husband was some type of part of the group of astronomers, but I don't remember that for sure. But she ends up financing the woman astronomer doing some type of translation for a book. She ends up living at her house and they spend a bunch of time together. And I really liked this. I think a lot about Olivia Waite, and there's another historical author that I see all the time that does, I think she does more male-male romances. But I think what was like holding me off on queer historical romances is that I felt like because of the time period that it took place in, that was going to be kind of that was going to be kind of it, is society sees how we or says that we should be this way, but we are actually this way. And I felt like that was going to be like the whole conflict, but it wasn't. I mean, it was, I don't know how to say this. That conflict was there of society won't understand these two women being in love, but it was also about, the one woman wanted to be an astronomer. That was a male field. She needed to overcome that battle. The widow had been kind of pushed down in her, I think it was some type of design. I want to say it was clothes design. Her husband had kind of like pushed that dream down for her, and it was them kind of coming out of their shell in that respect, and not just their romantic preferences, relationship, however you want to say that. I liked that it wasn't all about that, if it makes sense. I don't think it made sense. I know what I'm trying to say. So next I went back to ebooks, and I read the sequel to the last one, or the sequel to the first book I talked about, and this one is called The Ace and the Assistant by Jiffy Kate. I also gave this one 4 stars. This is about, again, I did not look up names. I should have done that. So the main character in this one is the sister and assistant of the rock star in the first one, and then the love interest is the pitcher ace for the baseball team from the guy in the first one, the New Orleans team. So this one is a secret baby relationship, so not everybody's cup of tea. I understand that, but I really liked this. So this one starts off, the guy has been going through a divorce. His divorce is final. He's not married anymore. His wife left him, and he was like going through his like grief of this relationship ending. He kind of let things go, and the girl from the first book, that's not helpful. Dolly has her stage name on the back of her. Anyway, she like suggests to him at like a dinner one night that he hires her sister to help him get his life back together. So he does that. One of the like first nights that she's there, they end up sleeping together, which I didn't like. I didn't mind the boss employee relationship at that point, but it was when he was trying to like keep her around, and he was like, I'm gonna pay her, but I'm also gonna try to seduce her. And I'm like, ooh, wait a minute. She's not asked you to pay her. She has not asked you to keep being her boss. And I'm gonna need you to chill out with that, because it's a little creepy. It got to a little creepy point. But I did like it. I did overall like the book. Next, I did my series reading blog for the Hathaway series. The first one is Mine Till Midnight. This is Cam and Amelia. I gave this one 4 stars. If you want to see more in-depth thoughts on these books, I do have the reading blog. Please check that out. So I gave that one 4 stars. Book 2, Seduce Me at Sunrise, is Kev and Win. I gave this one 4 stars. 3, Tempt Me at Twilight, is Poppy and Harry. I gave this one 4 stars. Book 4, Married by Morning, is Catherine and Leo. I gave this one 5 stars. That's where I was going with it. And book 5, Love in the Afternoon, is Beatrix and Christopher. I gave this one 4 stars. And then after, how long has it been? Over a year, I think, of putting this book off. It was very hyped up when it came out, and I wanted to read it. But I also wanted to let the hype die down a little bit. And then I think I just got in my own head about, you're really not going to like this book, so you might as well just like keep putting it off. But I was wrong. I finally got to Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. I gave this one 4 stars. I really liked it. So this one is Marcus and April. Marcus is an actor. He's in this really big fantasy series. a lot of people kept saying kind of like Game of Thrones, where like the last season really let all of the fans down. And then April writes fan fiction online for the show. She writes fan fiction. She does cosplay. She's aspiring to do cosplay. She does her, I guess I'm assuming it was one of her first outfits that she put together. She posts online. A bunch of the Twitter trolls come out to get her. He sees how good she was at that. He thinks she's pretty, so he asks her out on a date on Twitter to like combat the trolls or whatever. They like go out on dates. They start a relationship. All of that kind of stuff. I really liked this. I thought it was super good. I forgot to look up when it comes out, but there's hopefully a sequel coming out of one of his co-stars, and the person like hired to like keep him in line, and I love that. That leads to forced proximity, so I'm super looking forward to the second book in the series. I hope it comes out this year. I think it does, but I don't know when. And I continued on with a series by K.A. Tucker, and that is Chasing River. This is, I don't know what the series is called. They're pretty much all standalones, but the first one is Burying Water, and the second one is Becoming Rain. So in this one, it is, what's her name? Amber, and she is in Ireland. She's doing kind of a self-discovery, travel around the world trip by herself. She is in Ireland, and she ends up getting saved from this pipe bomb explosion. So after she's saved, the guy runs off, and she like hunts him down. She like sees somebody wearing the same shirt as him the next day, couple of days later or whatever. So she like hunts him down at his family's pub that they own, and then she kind of unknowingly gets involved. His name was just River. I was like, is that a name? So her and River start kind of seeing each other. But this is his older brother. He had two brothers. I was trying to remember which one was which. His older brother is actually involved in the IRA. Couldn't say that for a second. Which, the only thing I know about the IRA comes from Sons of Anarchy. So, and now this book. But anyway, I liked I liked this one. It is, I would say it's less of the suspense element than the first two books had in it. I believe the girl, she went to high school with this girl who is in Ireland doing tattoos. I believe she's actually the main character in the next one. So I'm super looking forward to getting to that one as well. So those are the last 10 books that I read. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't think I've ever read 10 books that fast. But the combination of audiobooks and really enjoying all of the books that I was reading, I think that really helped me. So hopefully that continues. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!